A popular social media post claims that according to the most recent World Economic Outlook report by the International Monetary Fund or IMF, India will be poorer than Bangladesh by 2025. The IMF published its most recent World Economic Outlook in April 2024. Although the report does not compare the Indian economy directly with that of Bangladesh, it provides growth projections for both countries. According to the report, India's GDP is expected to grow at 6.8% in 2024 and 6.5% in 2025. In contrast, Bangladesh's GDP growth is estimated to be 5.7% in 2024 and 6.6% in 2025. The narrative that India has fallen behind Bangladesh economically began in 2020 following an IMF Outlook report that indicated that Bangladesh's real per capita GDP had overtaken India's. In nominal US dollar terms, the report projected India's per capita GDP for 2020 at $1,876.53, slightly below Bangladesh's projection of $1,887.97. However, the conclusion that India is behind Bangladesh is misleading because GDP per capita does not directly reflect a country's wealth. It is important to distinguish between total GDP and GDP per capita, which is a measure of the average income per person within an economy calculated by dividing the total GDP by the population size. It should also be noted that the 2020 GDP per capita projections were made during the COVID-19 pandemic when global economies were disrupted by lockdowns, further complicating direct comparisons. Contrary to the widespread claim, India has consistently maintained a significantly larger economy than Bangladesh, irrespective of the year. According to the IMF's latest April 2024 outlook, India's GDP at current prices is projected to reach $4.3 trillion in 2025, whereas Bangladesh's is expected to reach $491.81 billion. Even the GDP per capita projections further indicate that India has overtaken Bangladesh. The IMF forecast for 2024 indicates that India's per capita GDP will be $2,730 compared to Bangladesh's $2,650. These projections suggest that India's per capita GDP will continue to exceed that of Bangladesh at least through 2028. Moreover, projections of GDP at purchasing power parity or PPP per capita also indicate that India is performing better than Bangladesh. Historically, India has consistently led Bangladesh in this measure. Although India's GDP at PPP per capita approached Bangladesh's levels during the COVID-19 outbreak in 2020, subsequent projections show India's figures improving. By 2025, India's GDP at PPP per capita is expected to reach $10,870 compared to Bangladesh's $10,170. This makes it evident that the wrong conclusion has been drawn by conflating GDP per capita with overall GDP projections. The Press Information Bureau called a similar claim that went viral earlier false, emphasizing that India continues to be a significant contributor to global growth. To sum up, as the IMF World Economic Outlook report does not claim that India will be poorer than Bangladesh by 2025, this post is fake. Join our YouTube membership program and be a part of the journey of making public data meaningful. And remember, before you hit that forward button, pause.